So I'm constantly getting asked nowadays, how's the market? Well, that's what I'm talking about today, so let's get started. Hey there, I'm Jackie Baker with Coldwell Banker Realty, serving the beautiful Bergen County area. I post videos here to my channel every Wednesday and I talk about all things real estate. So if that is something of interest to you, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. I haven't done a market update video in a while, and I thought now was a good time because I am constantly being asked the question, how is the market given the pandemic? How has it affected the real estate market? And the last video I did was a couple months ago, right in the middle of all the COVID and the quarantine. And I thought it'd be good to, now we're slowly coming off the quarantine and more businesses are opening up. We are seeing the real estate start to rebound. So I thought I could share some stats with you to tell you what's going on. As of June, these are the stats from the end of June. I'm going to compare this year to June of 2019 to show you what the difference is. It's pretty shocking. So let's get started. Now, the number of new listings, let's start with new listings. The number of new listings that entered the market in June of 2020 was 862. Now, comparing that to June of 2019, there were 1,629 homes that entered the market last. So we had a decrease of listings year over year of 47%. Yikes. Now let's talk about those sold listings. How many homes sold in Bergen County in June? So in June of 2020, we had 673 homes that sold. Comparing that to June of 2019, last year there was 1,017 homes that sold. That's a decrease of 34% of the number of homes that sold. So another big number. Now let's get into the average sales price for June of this year versus last year. Now this is kind of expected. We did see an increase in sales price. So in June of 2020, the average sales price was $603,731. We compare that to June of 2019, the average sales price last year was $555,001, an increase of 8.78%, just about a 9% increase in sales price. So that obviously makes sense because we had such low inventory, the demand is still high, it's going to drive the prices up. Your average days on market, we actually did see a slight increase in that. So the days on market in June of 2020, average days was 60 days. And compared that to last year, June of 2019, the days on market was 54. So just a slight increase there. Now your absorption rate, it's pretty much the same as what you see in days on market. The absorption rate is when, from the time it takes to sell the house, from the time it enters the market to when it closes. So the absorption rate is just about 2 months. So that is still telling us we're in a seller's market. I mean, we've been in a seller's market for a while, but holy cow, we're in like even a bigger seller's market. So now where is this leading us? What is going on? It's kind of crazy right now. We are starting to see a lot of activity, a lot of buyer demand. What's going to happen? So a couple of months ago when I did the last market report during COVID and what the effects of COVID were going to be, the analyst that I got my information from, he predicted at that time that we'll probably see the spring market go into full swing either the end of July into August. So I think we are going to be seeing that. The market's definitely picking up where we're seeing more inventory come on, and here we are, this is July now, we're mid-July. I think in a couple of weeks and in August, we're going to definitely see more because I think as the economy opens up more, here in New Jersey, we're kind of in a holding pattern right now, but I think as more open up, more businesses are getting back, we're definitely going to see, more people wanting to buy and sell homes. Hey there, we're about halfway through this video and I know you're just like finding all this information compelling and you just want more. But before we move forward, can you hit the like button for me? Thank you. Now, what does this mean for you sellers and buyers out there? Okay, so for those of you who wanted to put your house on the market in the spring, but COVID got in the way and you can't do it, should you do it now? I would strongly consider getting that house on the market. The buyer demand is really high, and it's high because of two things. We have the super low interest rates, like this is historical lows. They're below 3% for a 30-year mortgage. Did we ever think we were going to see this in our lifetime? I didn't. I mean, this is crazy how low these rates are. And we are seeing the influx of the people coming from Manhattan. I'm working with a couple of people right now that are moving out of Manhattan, and a lot of fellow agents are experiencing the same thing. So you have the pent-up demand from those buyers in the spring market. You also have people that want to jump in on the market now because the rates are so low, and then we also have people coming from the city. So we have a ton of buyers just out there right now. So if you're thinking of selling and you're still nervous about what's going on with COVID and what the safety precautions are, rest assured we are taking every safety precaution necessary. When your home is being shown, before any buyer can come into your home, a COVID waiver needs to be signed by that buyer before they enter the home. Also, they are required, the buyers are required to wear masks, gloves if they have them, or we will provide hand sanitizer for them to use so they can clean their hands off. So this, just in case they happen to touch anything. Also, it's one group at a time. We will not allow large groups enter the home. So it's the realtor with, say, a couple. If you have children, if the buyer has children, unfortunately, we can't let the children in the house. It has to be like one parent stay outside with the child and the realtor take the husband or wife in, and then once they see the house, then they switch off and the other parent stays outside with the child. So open houses, we are doing open houses again. Open houses resumed several weeks ago, and we are holding those successfully and safely. Same thing. People who enter the open house must sign a COVID waiver. They need to have a mask, gloves, or use hand sanitizer. And again, if they have children, the children are not allowed to come into the home. So that's how those things are being handled if you were concerned about putting your house on the market and people coming into your home. Now for you buyers, I know it's so hard right now. I have some amazing buyers right now, and it's been so tough because we can't find anything. It's really hard. Please have faith. It's going to happen. I do think, like I said, as we come out of this and more restrictions are being lifted, I think we're going to have more homes enter the market. But what I can advise you is to make sure you are prepared. Get your pre-approval. Make sure you are pre-approved. Have your down payment ready. If you have to sell a house before you buy, get that house on the market. It's going to sell quick, and you're better off being under contract when you go to buy something else, because then it makes you more attractive to that seller. They don't want to deal with the sales contingency. And if you have questions about that and want to know more about buying and selling a home at the same time, check out my video up here. I did this a little while back. Make sure you watch that. And I'm not going to lie, you buyers are going to have to be prepared for bidding wars. The bidding wars are definitely going on. It's getting a little crazy, but you know, this is the market right now. But if you have the pre-approval, you have a strong down payment, you have nothing to sell, that's all the better for you, for being that perfect buyer to buy that house. So that's my quick market update here for Bergen County for the month of June for this year. I hope you found value in this. And if you have any questions and you would like to, talk about selling your home, buying your home, you know where my contact information is right down below, right? So text, call, email, reach out to me. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. Even if you just have questions, I'm always happy to assist you. I'm Jackie Baker with Coldwell Banker Realty. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time.